Hi, this is Jonathan from Sinch here. In the latest 22Q1 release of Contact Pro, there are a lot of improvements to the dashboard, so I thought it was time to create a new video showing all the features, including the latest ones. The application itself was renamed from Supervisor Dashboard to Dashboard, as we want to encourage all users to start using it. Dashboard is a browser-based application. You can freely resize the application to take up as much or as little of the screen as you want. You can also use browser controls to zoom in or zoom out. Wallboard view takes away the edges of the browser, so it's a much cleaner look for putting on large displays. For the graphs, you can move the mouse over to see the raw data. For example, how many calls have been handled or abandoned for each of these queues. The queue status chart shows information such as how many conversations are in each queue, the longest queuing time, and also the service level. Within the System Configurator application, you can set warning and critical thresholds for each queue. Then in the dashboard, you get visual indicators showing that you've got too few agents signed into a queue, or if the longest waiting time threshold is exceeded. The queue name on the left is also a quick link. Clicking on that takes you to the Agents page, and you get to see all of the agents who have rights to this queue. So if you see there are too many contacts waiting, it's a quick way to assign more agents into that queue to help out. Within the settings of each chart, you can change which queues are shown. For this queue status chart, you can also select which columns are shown and in which order. You can easily add a new chart. You can also have many of the same types of chart. We have a wide variety to choose from. One new type which was added in the 22Q1 release was campaign progress. You can select which campaign you want to see the data from and click OK. And now we see we've got a new chart down the bottom. Each chart can be resized and repositioned, so you can display it how you'd like to see. You can also remove charts you don't want easily. So go to Settings and then Remove Chart. So this is the home view, giving you an overview of what is going on right now in the contact center and what has happened since the start of the day. The Agents tab shows you statistics on each agent since the start of the day. You can search for one individual agent or a group of agents. You see data such as conversations handled today and average handling time. We can also show the queue status for this agent. So for each queue this agent has a right to, are they currently signed in or signed out from that queue? You can then take action. For example, if you see there are too few agents signed into the Facebook Messenger queue, you can click here and sign the agent into that queue directly. If you click on the agent's name, there are also options to show details or start the agent guidance. Let's have a look at the details. Here you see specific details about this agent. You see the agent's status and profile at the top. You can also change each of these. Below you see the statistics for today, such as conversations handled, handling time, work and pause time. Next is the skills section. You can make on-the-fly changes to any of the agent's skill levels. Finally, here are the queues. You can sign the agent into or out from any of the queues, as well as preventing them from changing the queue status themselves. The next tab focuses on conversations. You can search for any of the conversations in the system, for example with a mobile number or an email address. You can add in the date range you are interested in, and we also show more detailed search options. For example, searching for specific text within conversations. In the 22Q1 release, we also added a drill down capability. Clicking on one of the rows here, you see the details of this specific conversation. And these are the chronological states. So firstly, this call was queuing, then it was allocated to an agent. The agent didn't answer, so after 19 seconds, it was allocated to another agent. The call was connected, put on hold, released, and finally the conversation was disconnected. So you get a very detailed view of what happened and also why. If we scroll down to the bottom of the page, we also see any scripts which are related to this conversation. Viewing in Communication panel allows you to listen to the call recordings related to this call. A new addition in the 22Q1 release is the Campaigns tab. You can search for any outbound campaign. Clicking on it, you see more specific details. You can directly change the status of the campaign with this switch here. You can see all of the customers in the campaign as well as having search options. The final tab here is the general settings for the dashboard, including user interface language, refresh rates, and also you can change your password. That's all for this video. I hope you found it useful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.